It's always risky drilling a hole in a $100,000+ RV. Luckily, it's not my RV.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Today, we're out at Kara's parents' house, and for Father's Day, we decided Kara's dad needed a backup camera on his trailer. He has his 2019 Mobile Suites that I'm sure you've seen the video on. We'll put a link up above. And we've decided we should have put a backup camera on it from the start. But it wasn't there, so we're gonna throw one on. The one we got is a Haloview, the RD7. It's the same model that we put on our trailer a few years ago, and we've liked it. But it looks like they've updated a little bit. Screen looks a little bit bigger and nicer. And some of this stuff looks a little different. So let's see what we actually have. Right here we have our sticky 3M stick thing. I think this is to stick up on the windshield or something. I don't know. We'll have to look at the instructions. Our cables for antennas. It appears, yep. A transmitter. Okay. This might be a little bit different than ours. Another cable there. Cables here. Okay. This is different than our old one. Looks like they've updated some things. Some more cables. This is your in-cab cigarette lighter plug. Yeah. More and more cables. Got zip ties. It doesn't appear to have okay, here we go. And here is the camera. Yeah, they've updated this. Nice. Now we need to figure out where we're going to mount this thing. What we're doing is we're just starting out by kind of laying out the stuff we can tell goes together. So we got some of the monitor stuff up here, camera stuff over here. Being that this is different than my other one, we're actually going to have to think this through a little bit. Like that.
And then we wouldn't have to hook that, use that at all. And this should go to the...
This goes to this transmitter, I'm guessing. And then maybe it goes wireless from there. Maybe this other stuff...
No, it shows connecting all the way. Yeah, on this one. There's the camera and there's that.
Well, that's just your... That's just this. That's just your power for your camera.
Oh, that's a power cord.
This is camera.
That's got hooked to the monitor, that cigarette lighter, don't it?
Yeah, it's just your power source. Comment down below if you have a backup camera on your RV and what you think of it. We've liked ours so far, but maybe some people don't like theirs. I don't know. What brand you have, all that sort of stuff. Like Elton said, he thought, I don't need that when he ordered his trailer. I've never had one, never need one, all that. And then, like everything else, once you have one, it's kind of nice. And so he thought, might as well. Maybe you're in that same boat. What are some things that you've thought, I don't need that on my new trailer, and then once you have it, you really like it, or on your truck, or whatever.
Be to get power.
So what we're trying to do is figure out where to put this camera. It's not already pre-wired, so we're gonna have to drill a hole somewhere, and we're just trying to figure out the best place to drill a hole. I know we could put it and run it off the power to the light for the license plate and put it right here, but I don't know about if that'd give you the best field of vision.
Probably not. It needs, probably wouldn't hurt to be higher. We can undo that light and pull the wires out, maybe put these in, and then run the wire up and grab it or something, pull it up into that backup light.
Yeah, well, I don't think you want it hooked to your backup light, because then it's not going to power on unless you're in reverse.
Well, that's true too.
So it has to be to a running light.
Yeah, you're right.
Or else you aren't going to have any power.
Well, we can see if we can pull some wires or get some wires and go up to that round light, pop it out and see what we can do.
Yeah, I think that's going to be our best bet if you want it up there. Just going to pop out this clearance light here without breaking it, hopefully.
You should be able to just kind of work out of the rubber. We made it just to work out of that rubber.
All right, there we go.
And you can pull the rubber out if you want to get more room.
Just up here, trying to figure out the best place to put this. It's always risky drilling a hole in a $100,000+ RV. Luckily, it's not my RV. We're going to wire in to this center running light here. If you remember on our video, we just removed the center light and made a bracket that the camera fit on, but that's not an option on this with this back cap. And we're gonna come down here, drill a hole, and mount the backup camera right here.
Fish the wire in.
Just fish the wire down through. Sounds all easy until you start doing it, but we'll get it figured out. All right, here goes nothing. Drilling in our hole. Just gonna try to center it right off this light. Don't mess up, right?
No pressure.
Yeah. Well, we're committed. We're gonna go one size bigger on the hole now. We're at a 5/8 hole. This should be big enough. All right, let's see if the wires will fit through that now. I don't know if they will. I'm sure this is way easier than I'm making it, but I think we're finally on the right track. I always make things more difficult. I'm sure Eldon is just like, move out of the way. Luckily, he's getting a little bit too old to get up and down the ladder as much, so he doesn't push me out of the way too much. Right, Eldon?
What?
You would rather just push me out of the way and do this yourself?
No.
You just can't get up and down the ladder anymore.
Down the ladder.
I need you to hold this, son.
I'd have been done a long time ago.
So we've got our wire all fished through. You can see that took a little while in finagling.
Luckily, we finagled it because I was going the wrong direction.
Yeah. And we were to the point of actually mounting the camera itself. So
see if that will make some kind
we're
of a mark.
just trying to make some pre-marked
I think if we get one
here.
to hold it, I think the others we just keep turning, they'll go right in.
Because our drill bits
Okay, hold on to this
do
one.
not go all the way through.
Okay. All right, screwdriver and one screw.
Well, yesterday them drops that was hitting our truck out there yesterday, I think they was dollar size. Rough road, terrible, washboardy roads for 20 miles. Well, you go down a canyon, like going up over Indian Canyon, you get clear to the top in the pines, and that's where these cows are at. So I know you got to go up that canyon 20 miles.
Now, we're just drilling the hole for this to run out. And that'll all be down inside there. We found a little grommet to put on. That'll mount right there. That way the wire doesn't rub and end up cutting through on this fiberglass. So I'm just doing a progression of holes, getting a little bit bigger each time. That way we don't chip out the whole thing. Trying to be as careful as possible. It's more of, there's actually a 2x4, there's some wood bracing running along here. It's not just fiberglass.
Yeah, thinking of nowhere else, they got to be in that truck somewhere.
Okay, those are connected. Just gonna put those down in here. They'll just sit there for now. Next step, gonna wire in the power to the running lights here. I don't know why colors are so different, but red is your power wire and black on your running lights should be your power wire. So I'm gonna hook those together. Gonna use one of these little clippy things. Never used one before, so we'll see how these go.
Did you get your window cleaner? I got this to clean the top yet, Karen.
I just have water for now.
Yeah, she just has water.
What about this glass cleaner? Thought it might clean too.
Okay, well those wires don't pull out, so that should be good.
Yeah.
Now do you have another one?
We got the rubber in there. Did you ever take the rubber out of where the light goes?
It's right here.
All right, I got thinking we're gonna have to have that in there if we don't somehow. Be like me to take it out and then not have to worry about getting all the wires in there. Try to get it back. It'd be my luck.
Everything should be working. I'm gonna leave it hanging out until we actually plug it in and make sure it's working. Next step is right up here. We have this little grommet that we kind of made, trimmed off to fit down in the hole. So we're gonna put that in like that, and we're gonna silicone the heck out of it. So that's the next step, but I'm not gonna silicone it until I'm done. Because once I silicone this, it's kind of done. So I'm gonna wait till basically the very last step to silicone that. Next thing, Kara is washing the roof of the trailer right now, and then we just need to put our antenna box on the front. I think we're done. Then we can go get an ice cream.
Priorities. So the reason I am washing down a little track for this cable is because we've got to attach it down somehow. So we've got these little clips that hook to the roof that hold the wire tight up to the front for the antenna box. As for the view up here, it's quite nice. You can see I grew up with miles and miles of farm country. There you go, little insight as to my hometown.
We just did a little dry run. We started, we plugged in the trailer to the truck to make sure everything's sending power like it should. Everything seemed to work. So now I'm going to stick the antenna unit right here. I'm gonna put a little dab of silicone right here as well, just to help hold it a little bit more. Then we're gonna pull all the cord back towards the back, any excess, all that sort of stuff. And they didn't have these when I did mine, these little clips that you can wrap around the cord. Maybe you can see those. That way it holds the cord down to the roof nice. I had to buy some little 3M ones that, I don't know, I guess you probably use for Christmas lights when I did mine. But these, really nice and handy. So, and I think we're done then. Been pretty slick. This does have some little holes and some screws, but I really don't want to put any screws in the roof. I just struggle with that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of silicone all the way around, help hold it down, and it should be good.
And I would put some silicone to kind of help glue it too.
Tell me when I'm tight. I think this is going to be our last step on the install. Got everything ran. I'm just going to silicone around this to make sure no water gets down in there. Being on the top of the roof, we put the grommet to protect the wire so the wire doesn't rub, but we need to just silicone the heck out of it. I wish I would have remembered to bring some Dicor or whatever that self-leveling stuff is, and next time I'll have some. But for right now, we're just going to cover it in silicone. everything on the trailer's installed. Now we have our screen here. This monitor screen is so much nicer than the one we have. Ours is smaller, but it also is like an analog TV. It's a thick bugger. Just go ahead and plug it in. It helps. Has a little turn on button on your cigarette lighter port. So you just...
Looks good to me.
So we have our whole screen here. We can see down. There's some adjustability on the camera still, and we might still play with it to get more of a straight down. You can see the mailboxes back here, but the screen's super clear. I think it's better than our screen. And I
thought ours was pretty good too.
Yeah, it is nice that this even has. At least I think it does. Oh, maybe this one doesn't.
What?
Oh, it does. Yeah. You have a little spot where you can put a little mini SD card, so you can record. So you can have this recording on what's going on behind you if you want. We've used it a few times when backing up and stuff.
So here's Jesse doing a little demo for you guys. We were testing the volume out,
A little bit farther.
as well as the visual capabilities of the Haloview.
Come on back, come on back, come on back. Left, right, like and subscribe. Click on that bell for notifications.
Really nice thing about the Haloview, it does have the speaker function, so if I'm back there yelling and screaming, Jesse can hear me.
Yep.
If anybody's seen that new TikTok, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, slide, slide. It's a pretty huge TikTok video right now, and it's no lie. Another great feature about this Haloview is you can do multiple cameras. So if you want to hook up some side cameras, you can do that as well. As many cameras as you want. I'm not sure the let's see.
I think there's 4.
I'm not sure how many cameras you can do. I think up to 4 at least. And then all of them will show on your screen. Just kind of like the regular surveillance style where your screen splits into separate camera screens. Someday that might be something we will be adding to ours.
We'll have to upgrade though.
I would say we will have to upgrade. So, I don't know, something that we'll have to weigh on.
Yeah, we can put them on Eldon's. That wraps it up. Pretty easy install overall. Had to drill a few holes, which was sketchy to say the least, because it's not my trailer. But I guess if you're going to drill holes in somebody's trailer, it might as well not be your own. Haloview makes a great backup camera. We've enjoyed ours. Can't wait to see what he thinks of his. And one of these days when we're actually hooked on going somewhere, we'll do a video of a full review of what he thinks of it and how he's using it and all that sort of stuff. Comment down below if you have a backup camera and what you think of it. If you're interested in getting a Haloview, click on the link down below. All the information there. They've improved a lot just in the I think it's 2 years since we got ours. And we've been really happy with ours. No regrets at all. And I don't see a time where I don't have a backup camera on my trailer. Just like I don't see a time when I don't have a backup camera on my truck. It's one of those things that once you have it, you don't want to go without it.
So what do you think, Dad?
Looks good. Good job. Appreciate it. We'll try it out next weekend.